Hollywood Live Extra with Tanya Hart.
Hey everybody, we're so happy you're with us today. I've got a great guest. You may not know her name, you may know her face, you may not, but she is the original boss lady. I'm talking about Sheila Eldridge. She is the executive producer and owner of a lot of stuff, but right now we're talking about the Mocha Podcast Network. Sheila, welcome to Hollywood Live.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, well, and especially since people should probably know that your podcast is also on one of the AURN services. You're on Super Radio now, I believe. Is Super Radio?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The network is.
So, yeah, congratulations on that. You know, just making the family bigger here. So, first of all, you know, Sheila, we go back so far, we could talk about a lot of stuff, but I have to congratulate you just on all of the things you've done over the years to really uplift Black folks and Black women in particular. And that's what you've done with these podcasts. And now you've gotten a nomination from the NAACP Image Awards. It's your third one. Congratulations, girl.
Thank you. Look, I'm in good company because, you know, we have known one another for a very long time. We kind of started out together. So, but yes, we are really excited. This is our third Image Award nomination, and we're hoping that we'll win this year. And it's for the two funny mamas, which is Sherri and Kim Whitley, and the journey and antics of them as single mothers and career women with children, with two young men, actually.
Right? I love it. And they are funny. I mean, both of them.
Funny. They really are. But it's life.
So.
I mean, we call the network, we say it's conversations that matter, because there are a lot of life lessons in our various podcasts that are on the network. And, of course, with Sherri and with Kim, there's some real life lessons for women who are, you know, single and who are just that, you know, raising children.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've done it both well. Well, now, this particular episode was done in my second home and my favorite place on earth, Martha's Vineyard, with Stephanie Rance, who is the founder, along with her husband Floyd, of the Run and Shoot Filmworks Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival, which everybody on the planet is trying to get to every year now. Okay. How is it that, you know, that this particular, what do you think it is about this episode that just resonated with everyone?
Well, I really think it's the film festival, but it's Martha's Vineyard. I mean, it's our culture. It's such a intricate part of Black culture. And so it was a series that we actually did. We actually did 3 podcast live tapings from Martha's Vineyard. And I wanted to make sure that in each one of the episodes that we touched on a little bit about what makes Martha's Vineyard so festival. And there is a Martha's Vineyard TV station there. Nobody knew this TV station. I went to them and told them what I wanted to do, and would they host us, and they said, of course. And so, you know, we shot it right there. But I think with Stephanie, it was such a candid conversation about the creatives and storytelling, and how the storytelling of our culture and being right there in Martha's Vineyard, I think that really is what resonated and made it so special. There's just some little gems in there about how she and her husband started, how it's grown, the culture. So I think it was those gems and just such a tribute to Martha's Vineyard that I think that's what really resonated with the judges, and that's how, you know, we were nominated.
Right, you're probably right, because I know if the judges haven't been there, they will probably try to get there this summer for this film festival. The Rances have done. I've got to tell you, I'm a little bit upset with them because our island is not the same as it used to be before this film festival. It really is not, and you know exactly what I mean.
I'm going to give you a little surprise.
What's that?
In April, we are launching a radio station in Martha's Vineyard. It's 105.5. And we are really excited. We'll be launching our low-power radio station. I don't know whether you know Skip Finley. You probably do know Skip. He's
yeah.
Sweet. And so Skip had the station, and I was able to apply for the license, and we got approved. And so in April for Jazz Appreciation Month, we'll be launching in Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, I'm so excited for Is that now? That's the one he had at the school.
Yep.
Is that the same location? Yeah.
We
He's
have
been
a
there
location.
for a long
the TV
time.
station. They're letting me house it there, which is great.
Okay, perfect. Good for you.
Yeah, so
Good
when you
for
come
you.
up,
Yeah, no, that station has been there. We
listen
actually
to the
did
station, or we'll
Yeah.
be streaming and everything. And of course, we'll be working closely with AURN on that as well.
Exactly. No, that's very exciting. I know that, like I said, Skip had been doing. Skip was with AURN for many, many years before he retired. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a full circle thing for him as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So good. Well, yeah, you'll have to have me on when I'm there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll be doing some broadcasts, and we're going to be doing the podcast from the film festival and everything this year coming up too. So
nice,
definitely. But you're right. When the film festival's there, it's a little busy for the island. Okay.
It's sometimes it's too much. There are just so many people. It's still a small island.
And I didn't realize
but I do have to tell you,
I had gone back at the end of August when everything had and I was like, wait a minute, it's so different. That's when I realized the impact of the film festival,
So I got to tell you, though, I used to take audio equipment every summer, and I'd be there for the summer, and I'd broadcast my show from there. So y'all ain't the first ones.
Really? That's great.
I used to broadcast from my kitchen, honey, on the island, when most people didn't even know where it was. And I'd say, I'm on the island of Martha's Vineyard. I shouldn't have told them. Anyway, but yeah, we used to broadcast from the kitchen. So you've taken it up a couple of notches, Sheila. I absolutely love it.
Well, we're just trying to keep it going. That's all.
I know. No, you're going to do a good job of that, too. And there's so much richness there and so much history that you really will be able to keep this going.
Yeah,
so this is good. Yeah. It's a very good thing, definitely. So let's talk a little bit about just the whole idea, though, of what's happening now in America with Black folks and how we can continue to not only sustain ourselves, but to get around all of the chaos and craziness. What is it that we need to be discussing? What's the discussion now, especially on platforms like yours?
I think more than ever, we have to network and we have to do more partnerships. We have always been a people, never in our life did we think we would be here, but we are people, we're survivors. And part of the survival that we have as a community is our ability to network. And we really have to do that. I mean, just what you just said with, Skip being with AURN years ago. AURN is almost 50 years old. I'm working with AURN. Yeah. Keeping this network, we've got to continue to build and I'm calling it our underground network of today, is to keep building our underground network and partner. Just like we're going to be partnering with Stephanie with our podcast and the film festival and entities, because we cannot depend on corporate America anymore. I mean, they're going to be there, but clearly there's some delineation going on. And so we have to be able to survive and continue. And part of that is going to be our ability to be able to build strategic partnerships that have just become good business for everyone.
No, you're absolutely right about that. But you've really, over the years, I've watched you grow, Sheila, and just, you take a concept and you just make it work. For young women who are trying to do this, and a lot of them, it's different now. They're using social media and all that. But for a young woman who's really trying to start out in business and accomplish some of the things that you've accomplished, what would your advice to them be?
I tell people, and the advice would be that you have to understand that when you're in business as an entrepreneur, that you're in two businesses. You're in the business of understanding how to do business and run a business. So consider going back and taking some accounting classes. Consider going to a community college and taking some classes, because you have to know how to run a business. Then you've got to know the business of whatever it is that you are selling or marketing or servicing. They're two separate things. And I think that's where small businesses, in that first 5 years, which are those critical years, which is now going to probably move to the next 7 years to 10 years, just because of the economy and the way things are changing. You have to understand the the methods and the methodologies of business. You've got to understand when to spend, when not. You've got to understand personnel. You've got to understand that your greatest wealth are your people and the culture that you're building your business on. So there's just some fundamental kinds of businesses understandings that you have to have that's separate and apart from whatever your business is. And that's, I think, how you can break through and build a lasting business. This will be 36 years now.
Congratulations. I knew it. Well, Jay and I were talking a few minutes before you came on about how 30 years went by really fast and doing all these red carpets and stuff we still are out there doing. So yeah, I cannot believe it. I don't know where the time has gone, but hey, we're still cute, girls, so don't even worry about it.
And we're still here. Okay? That's the
we're
most
still
important
here.
thing. We are still, and being focused and consistent and understanding the importance of a business plan. If you're going to go into business, you have to have the discipline to put together your business plan, because that's what's going to navigate you all the way. I'm constantly revising and changing and building on my business plan that I started like probably my third year in business. But my mother was an accountant in the government, so I came from a kind of business head with her being there as well.
Exactly, which does make a difference.
It makes a difference,
It does make a difference. Well, Sheila, we are so excited for you, and congratulations on the nominations. I will probably run into, I think Sherri, I know Kim is going to be here. Is Sherri coming out?
Sherri's not going to be able to come out. But Kim will be there. We'll be there on the nominees luncheon, the nominees reception, and then we'll be there that Friday when they announce the winners of all of the categories and everything, and then and then of course that Saturday. But yeah, Kim will be there, but Sherri won't be out there.
Yeah, I know Sherri's very busy these days, that girl.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's the show is doing extremely well.
I know.
We're very excited about that, and so we don't want her to do too much. She's got a lot. It's a lot for Sherri, right now.
Yeah, and it's a bi-coastal thing out here coming back and forth, too. But we just want to wish you the best. We will be doing some more collaborations with you, hopefully.
Yeah,
and yeah, definitely. And so, again, where can people catch the Café Mocha?
You can catch Café Mocha Radio on all social platforms, IG, Facebook, X, Blue Sky, and as well, if you go to cafemocharadio.com, you can see where we air around the country. We are in over 50 markets across the country, so you can catch us starting on Saturday mornings to Sunday night. We air all weekend long, and of course on YouTube and all our platforms. And then we have the Mocha Podcast Network, and that's Conversations That Matter. Please go and check that out. Sherri's on there, Café Mocha's on there. We have a podcast on there called Be Lifted Up with Alfred Edmonds from Black Enterprise, where faith meets finance. Great podcast. So we have some very interesting podcasts on there on our network, as well, that is a part of AURN as well.
Absolutely. Well, we love you, and we will be seeing you very soon.
Thank you, love you too, and thanks you. I appreciate the time and for even giving us a voice to hear, our platform and what we're doing.
Oh, girl, well, just call me up. When you need me, I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Anything you need. Okay. All right, Sheila, we will see you soon. Probably see you here in LA this coming week.
Bye-bye.
You two and anybody else out there, make sure that you take care of yourself and someone else. We love you much, and thanks for always keeping us locked in right here.
Hollywood Live Extra, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.